everybody back to another edition of What's Happening Now with Cni Solutions. I am your host, Charles Fry.
And I'm Brewster Fomby.
All right, tonight we're going to have a special edition for you all, and it's basically going to be our year in review of Cni Solutions. We would like to give a special thanks to all of our sponsors and donors, Crystal Shell from Will Technology, Parity Health Information and Technology, the Truist Foundation, the Huntsville Metro Black Chamber of Commerce, Brewster, Serenity Funeral Home here in Huntsville, Alabama, U of H, the undergraduate admissions program as well, and Tabernacle of Praise of Jackson, North Carolina. We would like to thank those. We have a few partners and collaborators. We also would like to thank for a wonderful year. Oakwood University has been great. Partner with them, the Boys and Girls Club of Huntsville, Co-Starters, who we do a lot of our programming from, AMVO, BHG, the Serve team, Joe McKenzie and his team have been great in the Northwoods area. We love working with Joe McKenzie and the Serve. They have been outstanding. The Bridge team from First Church, love working with them during the TTE clinic. The Huntsville War Dogs basketball team, those guys were great during the Boys and Girls Club match where we had the matchup of the kids from the Boys and Girls Club got to play against the semi-pro basketball team, Huntsville War Dogs. There's a host of private donors that we would like to thank. There's too many of them, but there are some special ones. We would like to thank Brewster, Miss Renee Spielman from Washington State. We got Kevin Bowe from out of Honduras. We have Vaughn Khalil. We have Miss Kiki Brown from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We have Marvin Prescott from North Carolina. And we also have Phyllis Humphrey here in Huntsville, Alabama. So we are often asked, Brewster, how did we get started? How did all of this begin? Well, we're going to go ahead and show y'all. If y'all take a look at our backdrop, you are now seeing the makings of Cni Solutions. As you notice, everything is raw, uncut. We had to do a lot of work in getting everything together. If you look at some of the other backdrops, everything is just plain Jane. And you go into some of the other ones, you can see that we have started to make the transformation. You notice the walls don't have nothing. So a lot of that, we had to do a lot of work in. And our executive director, she came up with a lot of these great ideas of how to transform the center. As you see, we're sitting there, wasn't no private contractor, it's the Cni Solutions doing what we do and trying to beautify the center so that we can make sure it was something that everyone would want to come to and enjoy and be a part of, Mr.
Yeah, Charles, I will say, every entrepreneurship class that I've facilitated in the facility, I tell you what, the comfort as the starters come into the class, they really are amazed at the work that's been put in. They feel as though they think it's a private contractor. It's through the hard work of Mr. Charles Fry and the members of Cni Solutions, and it's greatly appreciated by the community as well.
Right. That is something. So we're going to go ahead and really get into a deep dive of where we were doing, at the beginning of 2021, leading all the way up into this moment as we fix to go into the new year. And we appreciate that. And as always, I also want to give a special thanks to our producer, Miss Kaya, who's on production for us tonight. She has been doing a wonderful job. So it started with, our very first mission was on the hand sanitizer. And as you've seen that we have the trucks and the pallets, the loads of sanitizer that we got in, that was a hard mission. We had to work on that. There was a lot of downloading of getting that sanitizer out. We had to do all that. And so we made our first thing out in, that is out there in Athens. She went a little fast. Producer's going a little bit too fast. She's a little anxious. Don't worry. We're going to get you there. We're going to get you there, producer. But we worked with the rescue mission, downtown rescue mission. I think we took over there 30,000 bottles of hand sanitizer. This was during the height of COVID. And there was a lot of people were getting sick. And sanitizer wasn't around. Nobody had none.
Right.
And those who did have it, you know, they were paying an arm and a leg for it.
Right.
And as you see in the backdrop, you know, there's photos of us and the downtown mission crew who helped unload the 30,000 bottles of hand sanitizer off the trailer, which took a lot of work. And I think Mr. Fomby, he was really knee deep in it, you know, because I think, you know, you was hauling most of them boxes that day, wasn't you?
Yeah, that's Charles, that's what I do. You know, I'm a little broken right now, but that's what I do. But it's hard work. That's what it is. Just not sitting in an office space and getting on Facebook Live. I tell you what, you know, it's work. And that's what the community needs.
So, right here, what you're seeing right there behind you, this is when we decided that we was going to do a mass giveaway to the community. We partnered with the United Way and some other local organizations. And on that particular day, we actually handed out 50,000 bottles of hand sanitizer. And I believe we also handed out close to, it might have been like 700 to 800 water pitcher filters on that day. The United Way and Kathy Miller, they was instrumental in helping us get the word out to the community so that we can get this hand sanitizer out. We are very grateful and thankful for them for that, because it all went to a needed cause. And a lot of people was needing it. And we wanted to make sure that we had everybody healthy and safe for that whole year. And I know, Brewster, you did a lot of work out there that day. I know, you know, a lot of these pictures don't show, they don't justify enough everybody, but there was a lot of hard sweat and work going out into that.
Right. You know, Charles, as a team, that's what you do. You try to get out there and you try to work together to make sure that the community is served, because we are a community-based organization, and that's part of it. You know, when you put your hands to the plow, so to speak, that's what you expect. Hard work and determination. What does it do? It pays off. Matter of fact, Charles, I think it was at the Huntsville Chamber of Commerce event. Was it someone was asking when is the next giveaway? So, so we'll see.
We're working on that, ladies and gentlemen. So what you see behind y'all right now, this is the Lighthouse Black Girl Project out of Jackson, Mississippi. This was something very special to us and important to us because Jackson, Mississippi at that particular time was under a water boil restriction. They had no clean drinking water, and a lot of the people in the underserved communities and the projects, they were without any type of bottled water. They had to go all the way across town. And Lisa King, one of our board members, she's the one who actually found these young ladies and said to them that we want to help you all. What can we do? And we told them what we had. And so what we did was we went ahead and loaded up close to maybe 1,200 water pitcher filters in the truck, which we want to actually thank Mr. Dennis Jackson from Depunk Incorporated, because if it was not for his donation of allowing us to use his 20-something foot trailer to load all that, we would not have been able to make that trip to Jackson, Mississippi to distribute all that. So we do appreciate the support that Mr. Jackson has given us. He has been instrumental in helping us with that. And Mr. Jackson, we couldn't have done it without your support. There's a good picture of Mr. Brewster. They're loading some stuff up in there. You know, you're always going to see in a lot of these backdrop photos, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see Mr. Brewster in action all the time, because he is a hard-working man. Trust me, when it comes time to get work done, he does go ahead and roll those sleeves up and make sure that we can get the work done. Yeah,
I think, you know, we do. As a fact, we do that. As a matter of fact, I'm putting the work in right now. Got a little sweat coming off me right now.
These are the young ladies from the Black Girl Project who y'all are looking at right now. They were phenomenal. If you can see all the boxes and the pallets of hand sanitizer stacked mile high, they all helped Mr. Fomby and myself unload that 24-foot trailer that you saw was jam-packed by themselves. They helped us, and I told us, as ladies, this is going to be some work. And they said, well, we're ready, Mr. Fry. You know, if you could make that trip, we're going to go ahead and help you and get it done. So they rolled up their sleeves. They rolled up their sleeves and they dug in and they made it happen. And when I tell you, Miss Jaleesa and them, I could not thank those ladies enough for all they've done. And I was really heartfelt when they told me where their water pitchers was going and who it was serving. And a lot of the communities that they were single parents, a lot of them single mothers in the homes, and they didn't have that water. like this. So I was really happy for us to be able to deliver that, and I'm grateful for that.
Absolutely.
So right here was this was one of the Black Chamber events. Remember that, Mr. Booster? It was a little cold out, but the Black Chamber decided that they wanted to have an expo event, and we did it right down about Oakwood University. And it was always when he called on Cni Solutions, we said what? We will be there, Jerry.
That's right.
Mr. Mitchell, we will be there, and we're always there to support the Black Chamber of Commerce because they're always there to help and support us. During that event, we gave away a lot of little gift bags, as you see right there in the backdrop, little Cni Solutions gift bags.
Right.
Look, there's Mr. Fomby once again waving his hand and saying hi to everyone. You know, I tell you, he's a hardworking man, ladies and gentlemen. He's a hardworking man.
Hey,
I think you had a lot going on that day, didn't you?
Well, I did have a lot going on that day, but the weather was nice and cool. But you know, it just so happens I'm always in the photos. I don't think I position myself that way.
No, he doesn't position himself that way because trust me when I tell you, Mr. Fomby likes to take pictures. He does take pictures. What you see right here, this was our 2021 Entrepreneur Pitch Contest that we held here at Cni Solutions. That was a wonderful event. We had Crystal Shell and one of her team members, along with Jerry Mitchell from the Black Chamber of Commerce. They helped judge that event. And ironically, two of the ladies who were winners from that event were from Oakwood University.
That's right. That's right.
It was a beautiful contest. They learned a lot. A lot of the entrepreneurs learned a lot. They learned what to do, what not to do. And we are excited about it. And we can't wait to do the 2022 pitch contest. Push it out. And I tell you all, those who are coming through Cni Solutions for the class, it's going to be starting on the 31st of January. Be ready. Be ready. I believe our first place winner, she walked away with was $500. She won.
I think it was.
Yeah, I think she walked away with $500. It was a beautiful event, and we enjoyed it very much so. One of the things that I know that everyone has been asking, and I'll let sure the producer knows, you know, if you're trying to reach out to Cni Solutions, if you're trying to support or donate, you want to be one of those donor supporters, go to the chat. You'll see in the chat, Miss Akaya, she's going to go ahead and put in there ways that you can donate and support in the chat. She's always on top of that. She'll also give you the address to Cni Solutions and so forth. But during that pitch contest, Mr. Brewster, I know you worked with a lot of the entrepreneurs.
Yes.
You know, what was some of the challenges you think you faced in getting them ready for that pitch contest?
Well, Charles, one thing I'll say is this. Well, you know, we try to prepare by having just doing impromptu pitches throughout the sessions. So we had 10 sessions as impromptu as possible. You may walk into the session for that day, and I say, okay, we're pitching today. So when you're a new business owner, you have to have that zest, that zeal, that desire to encounter new potential customers. You have to be ready, potentially at all times, to be ready to walk up to someone and say, hey, how are you today? So how are you feeling today? Well, let me tell you who I am. I'm Bruce Fomby, you know, and tell them about your opportunity. Sometimes you may know them and sometimes you may not know them. So the challenge is getting people outside of their comfort zone. When you're used to having things come to you, you now have to step forward and go to it.
Right.
You have to make that advance and make things happen.
Exactly.
So if you don't make things happen, then you know, there's potentially no success that's going to happen. So
in June of 2021, we did our open house. And during that open house, that was the opportunity for anyone who wanted to know more about Cni Solutions, who wanted to sign up for one of our classes. If they want to come out and be a supporter of Cni Solutions, they could come up during that time. And I believe during our open house, we probably fed over close to 250 people who came through, who cycled through that day. There was plenty of burgers on the grill. There was plenty of hot dogs, drinks, sodas, and chips. We had Mr. Langston stop by from Amwell. He even came by. Will Technology. Yes. She came by with the whole crew. They stopped in. It was a beautiful day outside. I know everybody was working hard. And I couldn't say enough about that day because it just made me feel good. It made me feel good to be able to give back and to be able to help the community. Absolutely. You know, so that was something special there.
Absolutely, I agree. Yep.
Bruce, what do you think about that expo? How you was a pivotal instrumental part of that expo,
Right.
because all those entrepreneurs were the ones that came to your class.
Right.
You know, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, it was our first expo that we put together from entrepreneurs that were a part of our entrepreneurship program.
Mm-hmm.
So to get them to come out, and as well as to set up their booths and to communicate with potential customers,
Mm-hmm.
right? Just let them know what they do. It wasn't about sales or anything like that, but it gives them an opportunity to speak to potential customers and those pitches, those things that we practice throughout the course. So I think, it went really well. People from the community were surprised. People from the community were appreciative
Mm-hmm.
of the efforts. It was a very warm day that day. As you can see on the screen, you see that grill that was going, Mr. Charles Fry and others, they were on that grill.
I think Mose King
That's right.
was a
Mose
volunteer
King.
during that day.
That's
He came
right.
out to help cook.
That's right.
During that time.
Is that Rome on the grill right there?
No, that's Mose King right
That's
there.
Mose.
That's Mose King.
Oh, that must be great. Yeah. So yeah, Mr. King, they definitely did a lot of work on the grill today. So everyone, and also Will Technologies came out.
Yeah.
They came out that day and also participated with the community as well.
I believe it was Miss Moore and her husband from Will Technologies. They came out and volunteered their time and services.
Right.
They helped with serving of the food
Yes.
as people were coming through, because we had a lot of plates set up.
Yes.
So it was a lot of work. And we always were thankful for Miss Moore and her husband. Anytime they want to volunteer and come out and help Cni Solutions, hey, we applaud you all and we appreciate it. All right. So Northwood's Family Fair event, that was something, it was the first one that I've been to. Joe McKenzie and the Serve team, they asked Cni Solutions would we come out and support and help during this event. And we said, as always, we're here to help, aid, and support our community. And what we decided to do during that event is we weren't going to barbecue, because Joe and them already had people there cooking hot dogs, hamburgers.
Right.
I believe there was somebody there frying chicken. And since it was a hot day, we decided that we was going to go ahead and do snow cones for the event. And boy, let me tell you, those lines were long. I thought I probably made 3 trips down to the ice shack to get ice, because those kids wanted snow cone after snow cone after snow cone, and they were enjoying them. They was coming up with all kinds of crazy flavors. They was like, I want tiger blood and blue raspberry. And I was like, what is that? You're not going to like it. Oh, it's good, sir. It's good. I'm like, okay. And sure enough, I did it. And if it wasn't 3 minutes later, there was 4 more kids saying, give me tiger blood and blue raspberry. I was like, all right then. So he must have been on something. I really enjoyed that day, Mr. Bruce. It was very eventful. Everyone had a good time.
Right.
I think Mr. McKenzie and the Serve team, they put on a phenomenal event. I was really, really thankful for it, for us being a part of that. A lot of the people in the community, they was very, very happy to have that event. It was very supportive, and it went off without a hitch. I mean, it was just beautiful. They had a live band, music, cooling tents, bingo tents. It was a show, and I really look forward to 2022's reunion.
Right.
I really look forward to that. Maybe I can just go out there and be a spectator like everybody else.
Well, that probably won't happen, but sounds good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fresh to school. Fresh to school. Bruce, talk to us a little bit about Fresh to School.
Fresh to School. So what can I say about Fresh to School, Charles? I tell you what. Once again, Ms. King is one of the suggestions as we have our daily meetings and things that we come up with ideas on how to give back to the community. Ms. King came up with this braid-a-thon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this braid-a-thon, I tell you what, I was just impressed the way the team of braiders and all of the volunteers came together to put this event together in order to give back to the young people that are going back to school.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, it was free for them and for the parents who didn't have to put money back into that particular part of going back to school. Right. So that was a big support for the community. I tell you, I really enjoyed it. And as you can see, that's on the screen right now. That's part of the team.
Oh yeah, if you see everyone in there. they actually did a phenomenal job, all
Yes.
those braiders. And if y'all braiders are watching right now, I do applaud you all.
Yes.
As you can see some of the hairstyles, look at how tight some of them braids look. I mean, it's beautiful. It is beautiful. I was really, really impressed. I was very appreciative of all the hard work that all of them did.
Right.
I know LaShawn and her shop, Cutting Them Up Beauty Salon. She offered up her shop for us to be able to go down in there. So I'm appreciative of that. I know some of the young ladies who came down there, even our producer herself, Miss Akaya, she was also one of the braiders down in there. I know Miss Ann was down in there. She helped out Pee Wee, aka Jeremy. He was down there. He did some beautiful artwork to some of those young ladies' head. We served food again.
Yes.
Everyone came out and ate. The community came down and ate like this. It was just a beautiful event all the way around. And I look forward to 2022 back to school, as our plan is to make it bigger and better.
Absolutely.
We want to make it bigger and better so more people can get involved, more braiders can be involved, and more children can get involved in being able to get their hair done, so that parent doesn't have that much. If you look at some of the screens right there, this was what we was having, one of our braid-a-thons thank you dinner. And Miss Kimberly Hobbs of Little Dottie's, she was instrumental in preparing this, because she catered this event and prepared it just for these young ladies, and it was delicious. It was very delicious.
Yes.
I appreciate what Miss Hobbs did, and I really thank her a lot, because she didn't have to do that. So she didn't have to do that, but she felt in her heart, that she wanted to give back too.
Right.
If those ladies could do that, and she wanted to give back.
Right.
So I thought that was something beautiful on her behalf.
Right. And those Philly cheesesteak, I think Mr. King, Mose King, he really enjoyed those as well. So
yes, he did. He loved those Philly cheesesteaks.
So she had the seafood as well, and she did Philly cheesesteaks.
That's right.
Excellent.
The TTT event, TTE Truth, Trust, and Education. Our executive director, she wanted to make an impact on the community, and she wanted to do something that she felt was going to be beneficial, especially to the underserved community. And she came up with a vaccination clinic. Right. And during this vaccination clinic, they had doctors out there. We had nurses out there, so that you could come out and talk and ask the questions that you would like to ask. I know State Representative Daniels came out and spoke. Huntsville's CEO, he came out and spoke.
Huntsville Hospital.
Huntsville Hospital.
Yes.
He came out and spoke. Right there, we got our executive director, and along with Dr. Patterson there. I'm not too sure who the other young lady is, but here they are posing. She was one of the volunteer nurses there. I didn't get to see too much of the inside, because they had me out on the streets flagging down people. Come on in here, come get this shot. You need it. Go ahead and protect yourself, protect your generation. There we got a picture of the Walgreens committee, who actually was administering the shots for us. And we thank Walgreens for coming out and wanting to do that. Yes. There you go again. Mr. Brewster, always in action. Look at him. So here's something special about this picture, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all take a look at it. If you notice that Mr. Brewster decided that somebody wanted to get the shot, but they couldn't make it up to him. Mr. Brewster says, Charles, I'm going to go get this young man and bring him up here so he can get the shot. If he wants it, then the least we can do is make a way for him to come up here and get it. And Brewster went down that hill and pushed him all the way up that hill. And ladies and gentlemen, that was a pretty big hill. Yeah. That was a pretty big hill, because by the time he got up here to where I was standing, I was thinking he was going to pass out. I was like, oh boy. I said, somebody call 911. Oh, yeah. So, but that was a beautiful event. We got a lot of people vaccinated. We had a lot of people come out for the second shot. Yes. And we gave away some booster shots as well that day. A lot of the seniors came out and got boosters on that day. So it was a win-win all the way around for everybody on that day.
Right. I think, what was that very profound passage that the CEO of Huntsville Hospital spoke about generations?
He was basically saying that, we have saved 30 generations by doing this today. Right. And that was pretty deep, because if you think about it, during that time, a lot of people who weren't vaccinated, they were passing away. They were passing away. And by us doing that, we were saving lives for lives to come. So that was very important.
Yeah, and we do understand I put the word in there, potential as well, that there are some that do take the vaccine and they're also adversely affected, after taking the vaccine. So you have to take those precautions as well. The social distancing and the masking, whatever the requirements are that you need, because I know I have a immune compromised son. So I try to make sure that I'm always prepared during those times.
Yeah, that is very important, and we would be remiss if we did not thank Ms. Cni Thompson for actually coordinating with Walgreens to get them to come out and administer shots to all the people in the community. So Ms. Cni Thompson, we do appreciate that and your support on that matter. 2021 Contenders Awards with the Huntsville Chamber of Commerce. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we went and we were there, and we was hopeful that Cni Solutions would have been winners. But guess what? Even though we did not win, we still won. In my book, we were still winners. We was able to show up. We was there. We supported, and we got to see a lot of good business owners, a lot of good business people dressed very well, and it was just a wonderful event all the way around. I know we took some pictures, and I wish we had time to show you all the pictures, but we had to cut everything down so we can get all this year in review in. Right. But it was nice. And what do you think?
So one thing that I was very impressed about was that it was an opportunity for people to come together. No, we did not per se win, but like you said, we did win. Right. We were recognized for the efforts that we, as an organization, are putting back into the community. Once again, I as our executive director always says, CBO, community-based organization. That's one of the biggest things why we're here, giving back to the community. So we were able to, as I say, let our hair down. I kind of left mine at home tonight. Let our hair down and just kind of enjoy. So it was a great time.
Great. The Senior Smiles event. That was one of the events that we had did for the senior citizens who are part of the Bob Harrison Senior Center. And we wanted to do something special this year for the holidays. We know there was a lot of other nonprofit organizations taking care of the children in the community. So we decided we wanted to take care of our seniors. And so we went ahead and did the Christmas Holiday Smiles event for seniors. Brewster, I know I was in and out getting supplies, but I know you was knee deep talking to the seniors. They had your ear. I know the executive director, they had her ear. And even Miss Akaya, who was there volunteering to help, they had their ear. So talk to us about that event.
Charles, I'm glad you asked me. So, when I walked into the room, one thing I realized that I'm 50-something-ish, right? And I'm pretty close to that time where I can go into those places and enjoy what the community has to offer. But when I walked into the place, one thing I wanted to give back to the community was a joyful spirit and something so they can see that, hey, we're just not going into that particular facility just to say, hey, we checked the mark, the blank, right? We checked the box. I was there to have fun and spread some joy. And that's what it's about. If you're, whatever you decide to do, whatever business or how can I say, you decide to donate your time to or give your time to, do it with joy. Joy and peace in it, so you can give back. So I had a great time talking to the seniors throughout the whole event. They gave some great advice. I was even, they kind of enlightened me on some of the things that are going on in the community with some of the voting. Some are retired, but they are also still active within the community themselves. So great time. And I'm looking forward to if we have an opportunity to do it again.
Outstanding.
Great community to be a part of.
Outstanding. As you see, we had the nice little photo op opportunity right there during the Christmas Files event. And those of you who don't know who our producer is, that's the young lady standing right there beside me, Miss Akaya. She is at the hymns working it, and she was also one of those wonderful braiders at the Braidathon, and she has committed herself to Cni Solutions as a volunteer or supporter in anything that we do, and we are grateful for her young presence to help us in this what we are doing. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up our year in review with Cni Solutions. As you can see, the team here, the whole Cni Solutions team right there. We all thank you all We appreciate you all. We appreciate the support, the love that everybody has been giving us. And just always remember, ladies and gentlemen, to like, share, and comment on these Facebook Lives. Like, share, and comment when you see somebody else's information going out, because especially a small business, that is going to help them. That is going to help boost their business. That's going to help make their business grow. And it takes you all to make businesses grow, because we as the business owners, the workers in the business, we can't do it without you. We can't do it without you. So we do appreciate everything that you all do. Please put anything out there in the chat. If there's something you need to know, we'll be sure to get that information to you. You can also reach us on the website. Go to one of our contact us now, and if there's something that you would like to know, by all means, please reach out. Brewster, anything you would like to say? Any last words?
Well, Charles, here we go. So you know, team. I'm going to say team, because we are Cni Solutions, and we're a team. So all of you that are out there are viewing, that are liking, that are really viewing it and sharing it and passing that information on to the community and saying, hey, that's Cni Solutions in Huntsville, Alabama. They are really working towards bringing the community back together. They are working to create this, to re-evolve this community and back to what it used to be, where neighbors are helping neighbors, right? And so we consider ourselves neighborly, and we love what we do. We really appreciate everybody that has assisted us, no matter in what fashion it has been throughout the year. I know I'm covering up Mr. Dean Thompson right there. That's Mr. Dean Thompson in the photo. She's not local to us, but she has been a very sharp instrument.
You know what, Bruce, let's step back a little bit, and we'll go ahead and give a name call for everybody from right to left, if you will, so that everyone knows who everyone is. Starting with the young lady in the yellow, I'll start that direction. That is Iris Fry. She is the executive director here at Cni Solutions. Then you have Miss Valerie King. She is one of our facilitators for the entrepreneurial course. And of course, you have myself in that lovely blue crushed velvet jacket on. I am Charles Fry, the president of Cni Solutions. Then, of course, you got Mr. Farmby standing right beside this executive, looking like a king in that blue jacket. He is our director of education and one of our lead facilitators. Then the next one, young ladies, you have Miss Tradine Thompson. She is the vice president of Cni Solutions. She does a lot of behind the scenes work. You may not see her out in the streets like you do the rest of us, but a lot of that stuff that we are doing out in the streets doesn't get done unless she's there to do that behind the scenes work. And of course, then we have Miss Nellie Farmby. She is our Latino speaking facilitator that we have here at Cni Solutions. She's actually one of two. We also have Miss Miss Maddie Brandon. She is also one of our Latino full Spanish fluent speakers for our entrepreneurial courses. So for all of those who are watching, and if you was worried or concerned that your English might not be too good to come to the class, have no fear. We do have fluent Spanish speakers who do work here and support us, who will be able to teach that class so that you can understand what it is that's being translated to you for you. So without that, we have reached our end of our time. Just keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, your yesterday is not your today, and your today is not your tomorrow. Until next year, I wish everybody a happy New Year's. Be safe, be happy and cheerful. Good night.
Good night.